Hello, my name's Jason Skeet and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the workshop that I'm going to be doing this year at IATEFL. My workshop's been selected for the Global Issues SIG Showcase, so thank you very much for selecting the workshop. The workshop is called Poetry and Education for Sustainable Development in Language Classrooms. So it's bringing together three things that I'm interested in: poetry and language teaching, but also this idea of education for sustainable development. Now, this is a term that's been around for quite some time. In more recent years or so, it's started to kind of crop up in English language teaching contexts, often as an alternative term for global issues. So when I've been reading and thinking about this idea about education for sustainable development, a lot of questions have arisen for me. So questions like, for example, what exactly does it mean, education for sustainable development? Is there a distinction to be made between education about sustainable development and education for sustainable development? And what exactly does the for then mean in that term? And what do we mean by sustainable development for that matter? Also, how might it be related to other terms like sustainable learning? So what I've also thought about is how it might be possible to approach these questions through making poetry. So that's the sort of main idea behind the workshop. The workshop's going to be organised in a very straightforward way. If you come to the workshop, you'll try out some procedures for making poetry, and then in between trying out these procedures, I'm going to be sort of talking about what I see as the rationale for a particular procedure in relation to this idea of education for sustainable development. So if you do come to the workshop, there will be lots of opportunities for you to discuss and share your thoughts, responses in the workshop with other workshop participants and, of course, with me. The workshop, it's something that I haven't actually done before, so it's going to be the first time I do the workshop. So it's also going to be, in some ways, an experimentation.